So we are also live on YouTube, and it's good to have all of you today. And like I mentioned before, these big crypto ed consultants, we do crypto education and consultancy to individual groups and also corporates. Our work is just to educate, because I usually say you will never you'll never anything you don't know you criticize. And I think a whole lot of us are staying away from cryptocurrency, not because we think it's a bad thing. Maybe it's because of the stories we've had, people losing their hard-earned money and stuff. So the only way you can hedge yourself against losing your cash is through education. The more you learn, the more you will earn. The more you'll understand the whole crypto space, because it's very huge, it's very big. And of course, our work is just to help you understand it. That's why we always host this Bitcoin 101, just to help you really demystify these big words you always see out there: DeFi, NFTs, cryptocurrencies, blockchain, all this stuff. And also it will help you now get to know how well can you, if you're to get into the crypto space, how do you allocate wherever you want to invest in the space. So today, my topic will be how to diversify your digital asset portfolio, because you need to understand there are ways that you can come on board. I remember most of the time I usually tell people during Bitcoin 101, I don't want you to go investing in other things before you do your own research, but Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's a very good way to start off. But a lot of people ask me, Lawrence, Bitcoin is over 30 something $1,000 for one. And I feel like I'm already late for Bitcoin. Myself, I knew Bitcoin when it was 9 cents. Again, I knew it when it was $80. And I think I started investing in crypto when it was around $580. And I've never looked back. I've been a student, done several courses on cryptocurrency, and I'm still learning each and every other day. We are not experts; we just share what we learn with my partner Louis. So these are attached also on the chat is our YouTube live link. And then, in case you have any question as I'm sharing today's topic, just drop it on the chat room. Louis will be there just to answer any question. In case also you have any topic you'd like us to research on and discuss next week on Saturday, feel welcome. So let me just share my screen so that we can get started. I hope you all can see that. And the topic today is diversify crypto portfolio by industry. So there are so many ways you can diversify your crypto portfolio, but today I just want to share with you how do you diversify your crypto portfolio by industry. So basically, cryptocurrency, for those people who are new, is the first use case of blockchain technology, and the first crypto was Bitcoin, which was launched in 2009 after the white paper that was given or sent by Satoshi Nakamoto, the anonymous person who sent the white paper, October 31st, 2008. And since then, we've seen other cryptos coming on board. Beauty about cryptocurrency is that it didn't come to compete. It doesn't compete with our with fiat currency or with any other means of us exchanging value. It came to give us what we call freedom, and also security and privacy. This is what the cryptographers through cypherpunks email list were looking to really achieve. So after Bitcoin, we have so many other cryptocurrencies that have come. Each crypto has its own use case. They don't compete. There's value addition that they see Bitcoin is not delivering, and they developers come and say, we have this. It's just like when internet started. When internet started, its first use case was email. And you see, I remember like when I opened my email a long time ago, I thought I had the whole internet. But today, internet has made the world become a global village. Why? Because we have so many other applications that have been developed and have made life so easy. So the first use case of blockchain technology was cryptocurrency. And because we have over close to 8,000 cryptocurrencies, most of them will never see the end of the day. It's just like the way we have so many fiat currencies. And we've seen some fiat currency dying, like Venezuelan dollar, it's dead. If you go to Zimbabwe, I saw the other day, the biggest, I was reading somewhere, the biggest currency in Zimbabwe, it's worth 0.60 cents in USD. And that's the biggest, the biggest currency in Zimbabwe. So you can imagine inflation makes fiat currency make you lose money. And for your own, for homework today, and I want somebody to drop in on the chat room, what is the inflation rate of Kenya shillings? What is the inflation rate of Kenya shillings? Anybody who knows, just drop it on the chat room. We're going to be discussing there. So how do you diversify your crypto portfolio by industry? There are a few ways you can do that, and it's divided in 5 industries. So we have currency, we have utility, we have dividend and privacy and platform. So I'll be giving also example of the currencies or in every industry. So instead of only looking at coins, because I know a lot of people could just call me and ask me, Lawrence, which coins should I buy? You need to go further to asking yourself, how safe have I diversified my portfolio so that if one industry is not growing at this time, we have another industry that is growing better than these other industries. So you find that your finances will be like, you'll have a hedge when you do crypto diversification based on industry. So that's what I've just explained. So here are the 5 different industries you can consider when diversifying your portfolio. An example of cryptos in the industry. The first industry is payment. And in payment, these are coins that can be used as a currency to pay for goods and services. And I remember when Bitcoin started, it started as a means of exchanging goods and services, medium of exchange. That's what I was looking for. It came as a medium of exchange. Along the way, we had some people complaining that Bitcoin fees are very high. And I think you can experience these because I cannot buy a cup of coffee today using Bitcoin, but I can buy a car using Bitcoin because of the fees. I remember like 2018, we sent $10,000 to a gentleman in Ghana and we paid 0.09 cents in fees. Beauty is cryptocurrency, you can do any amount, anytime, with less fees anywhere. So you find that after some developers were like, Bitcoin fees are very high. So Litecoin came. And of course, Litecoin came to solve that issue of speed, because they were saying the fees are high in Bitcoin. And the other thing is it's slow. It's slower because at times it will take even like 10 minutes before a transaction is done. So Litecoin came to solve the issue of speed. And then we had a hard fork from Bitcoin, which is Bitcoin Cash, which came to solve the issue of fees. But now, when it comes to payments, what you consider in that industry is the transactional fees. How much am I paying when I'm transacting, when I'm sending somebody, maybe I'm buying a car from Europe, how much is my transactional fees? So Bitcoin has scaled to Lightning Network to ease the fees. El Salvador is the first country to accept Bitcoin as a legal tender, El Salvador. And the beauty about this is they are using Lightning Network to lower the transactional fees. And I think this is amazing. Or when you think about these and you think about like 5 years from now, I don't think Bitcoin will be the biggest medium of exchange. It will be more of a store of value. So we'll have other cryptocurrencies that will help us do day-to-day, daily transactions. So that's the first industry, which is payment. So example of payment coins in this industry is Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. There are so many other, but I've just selected 3. Now, the second industry is dividend. Dividend cryptocurrency means, of course, that after owning a certain amount of coins, you get that coin as a payment. I remember the first time there's an exchange. I think I was holding Binance coin. And each and every other time I open my exchange, I'll get new coins in my wallet, yet I didn't buy them. So this is a way of these coins, dividend coins. If you hold a certain amount of those coins, you get that you get a reward of more coins coming to your wallet without you having to really make new purchases. So these are cryptocurrencies that mean after owning a certain amount of coins, you get that coin as a payment. You get a reward. I can call it a reward. So for example, any type of a masternode would be a dividend coin. Any type of cryptocurrency that is a masternode will be a dividend coin. Example is Neo. Neo is another cryptocurrency, and then we have Binance Coin as another example of dividend coin. The other one is privacy. The other industry classification of diversification of cryptocurrencies is privacy. And of course, these are cryptocurrencies that give users a degree of anonymity in a robust and decentralized manner. You remember when the cryptographers were looking forward to coming up with a cryptocurrency, they were looking for three key things: security, privacy, and transparency. That I can transact with A can transact with B without B knowing A and A knowing B, but they feel safe. There's privacy, of course. I don't need to know you when I'm buying, wherever I'm buying from you. And the other thing is this transparency, that if I send you cryptocurrency, you cannot come back and say, I didn't send you. There's a system that will show that you have received, whether you have used the cryptos I've sent you or not. Like on blockchain, you can find all these. When I transact with you, my identity is hidden. It's hidden. And that's why we usually have a private key and a public key. So when I send you cryptocurrencies, you don't have to know my name is Lawrence, I'm at Next Gen Mall, all this. You don't need that. You don't need KYC when you're doing a cryptocurrency. And talking of privacy, I think this is one of the major issues crypto has faced when it comes to regulation, because government, of course, they want to control each and every other thing that people are doing. But when it comes to cryptos, they are decentralized. Nobody will know how much you're holding. Nobody will ever know who you're trading with and stuff. And I think this is the reason as to why cryptos have taken a longer period to reach out to more people, because of government sanction. Like in China today, they are cracking down on people who are doing cryptocurrency. They banned Bitcoin mining in their country. But we have other places where they have acknowledged that we cannot fight technology. We can't fight technology. All we can do is understand it so that we can embrace it. So of course, I love crypto because again, it's anonymity. I don't need to know any person I'm transacting with, and there's privacy, there's security, and there's transparency. So not all cryptos conceal the path leading from sender to recipient. So it's good also to get to understand this, that not all cryptos are fully give you fully anonymity. There are some that can be cracked and you will be known. This is the person who really sent this kind of money and stuff. So example of privacy key, privacy cryptos, we have Monero, XMR, we have Dash, and we have Verge, XVG. Those are some of the cryptos that came to really take that industry of privacy. So from there, we have the fourth industry, which is utility. And in utility, this industry, these are coins that are used as service or units of service that can be purchased by an end consumer. So it's used as service or units of service that can be purchased by an end consumer. So example of utility coins, we have VeChain, VEN, we have Binance Coin, and then you've noted some coins will fall under several categories. Binance Coin also fell under dividend coin. So again, it comes again as a utility coin. So some cryptos fall in several under several industries. Binance Coin is one of them. It's already in two categories. So Binance Coin, and then we have Basic Attention Token, BAT. Talking of BAT, let me just add here, if you want a blockchain browser, you can use a browser called Brave browser. Brave browser is a very good browser because it blocks ads. I know most of us who watch movies or who watch documentaries may be using your laptop on YouTube. There's always those pop-up ads that are very annoying at times. So we have Brave browser that you can use. It blocks all ads, and the token under Brave browser is BAT token, which is a utility token. And I think the more you browse, they also give you these tokens for using their service. For using Brave browser, they usually reward you with Brave token. So later you can download that browser. You can use it. It's a very good browser. This is one of the browsers that I use, basic Brave browser, and under it we have basic attention token, BAT. The last platform or industry that you can diversify your crypto, or you can use to get to understand how to diversify your crypto, is platform. And these are coins that support digital platforms that can be used to build other cryptocurrencies. Often this centers around blockchain-based networks that allow software developers to write smart contracts. I think the biggest of them all is Ethereum. We all know all DeFi projects, these NFTs and stuff, they are developed on Ethereum blockchain. It's one of the biggest blockchain platform we have. And I think this is the reason as why Ethereum is the biggest crypto after Bitcoin. For Bitcoin blockchain, you cannot really develop something on blockchain. Bitcoin blockchain, it's kind of blocked. You can only upgrade it, but you cannot develop really something on top of it. So we have these platform cryptos, and number one, we have Ethereum. I've mentioned Ethereum. Another big platform that is really giving Ethereum a run for its money is Polkadot. Polkadot is also a platform that you can develop other projects on it. And another one is Cardano. Cardano is also another big platform which is doing very well. They are already in Ethiopia big time, because one of the use cases of Cardano is tracking agriculture. It's using agriculture, where like you can track where your coffee, if you're in Europe and you bought a coffee, you can scan a QR code and it will show you where that coffee came from, the farmer who planted that coffee, all the processes, all the hands it's gone through to you being the last consumer, even how much was the farmer paid. So their biggest project currently is in Addis, Ethiopia. And I think they are already testing it with coffee farmers there. So the other platform, the other industry is Barium. And Barium is under an exchange called Belfrix. And they have a blockchain which also you can do tech, you can develop tech. They have corporate tech, they have education. You can develop so many, like four industries at Barium. And today, that's all I wanted to share with you. How to diversify your crypto portfolio, And of course, I've said you can diversify through doing what we call research on 5 industries. The 5 industries is number 1, payment. And the example of payment coins is Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. The other one, second one is dividend. An example of these coins is Neo and Binance Coin. And then we have privacy, that is Monero, Dash, and Verge. And then the other fourth one is utility, VeChain, Binance, and Basic Attention Token, where I've talked about Brave browser. You can use that if you don't like those pop-up ads that usually come when you're doing your work or you're watching something. And then we have a platform industry, which is platform is where these coins help you develop other cryptos. On top of them, we have Ethereum, Polkadot, Cardano, and Barium. So with that in mind, we'll be helping some of you who are interested to get to know where can you buy these cryptos and how can you buy them. So these, I'll be talking more about these later. So I just want to pass the baton to my partner Luis so that he can tell us, or he can update us on what is happening in the market.
All right. Yeah, thank you so much, Lawrence, for that brief breakdown of how to diversify your crypto portfolio. I think that was. I'm sure you. I hope you are taking notes, because these are things that we try and, of course, share with you on how to you can basically make the best out of this industry. So before going to the news section, just remember to you can keep posting your questions on the chat. Then we'll get to answer them at the end of the session. So this week has been quite interesting. There is a couple of news that maybe that is keeping us going. That shows you how the industry is growing. But without saying, remember, this is not financial advice. We're just here to offer our opinion, our view. So always, you must always do your own research. But we are here to guide you on that. So let me just share my screen just to go through some topics that are news that caught my attention this week. So I start with this particular one that says financial advisor survey 26% plan to recommend cryptocurrencies over the next 12 months. So this is just as I said now. This is financial advice from Decrypt, but you can see with the news they're saying financial advisors are saying 26% of people in the US plan to buy cryptos over the next 12 months. But the key thing that will actually set you aside or separate you from those who will make gains and those who will make losses is basically information. And that's why we're here to provide you. So a recent survey of financial advisors and their investing strategies shows a significant shift to embracing cryptocurrencies. More than 26% indicated they plan to increase their recommendation of cryptocurrencies over the next 12 months. Furthermore, 49% of advisors say that the clients have asked them about investing in cryptocurrencies in the next 6 months. So this is the shift you're talking about, and this is where I think where we come in quite timely, because we basically try and guide you, point you in the right direction without, of course, telling you by X, Y, Z, but we are basically pointing you in the right direction. And this actually aligns well with what we're talking about, basically giving you the right information, that is first of all, without any hype. So that is from the US, and you can see over there, there's a small graph that shows the comparison, who are people who are inquiring, people who are actually investing, and people who are basically, I think, who are currently also invested in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. So if you want to read more about this, just ask for the link on the chat. Secondly, we have somebody called George Soros fund reportedly starts trading in Bitcoin and perhaps other cryptocurrencies. So George Soros is one of the key, I think, wealthy people out there in terms of holdings. They rank up there. So they're actually getting big into cryptocurrencies. So Soros Fund Management, the private investment business of a billionaire, George Soros is reportedly trading Bitcoin as part of a broader exploration into digital assets, according to two sources familiar with the matter, the Street reports. So you can see, as we usually say, don't listen to what they tell you. See what they are doing, then of course you won't be you won't get lost so much. So Don Fitzpatrick, CIO of Soros Fund Management, granted the go-ahead to trade Bitcoin and perhaps other cryptocurrencies in the last few weeks. So you can see that the individuals who spoke on the condition of anonymity stated Dawn Fitzpatrick and her team to have been investigating cryptocurrencies for some time, and the current endeavor is more than just kicking the tires on digital assets. So you can see they actually digging in deep. Just sort of, I think, is one of the American billionaires, and you can see the fact that they're getting into crypto. That's not something to slide by. The other news is that the recent World Economic Forum, part of the statement that came out from there was that blockchain can help dismantle corruption. So that is one thing that blockchain will actually help in terms of the world economy. So whether that is going to be implemented, we are yet to know. So you can see over there in a publication released on July 5th, 2021, the World Economic Forum has a detailed how blockchain technology can help reduce corruption in government system. So the blog, of course, from the YEF believes blockchain can solve corruption in areas such as procurement, noting that the sector is highly vulnerable to graft. the report notes that corruption in sectors partially due to financial gain. So, of course, I'm sure this report is quite interesting, and we'll be digging into that. And if you also want to get a copy of it, just remember to reach to us. We'll share the report. So I think this is actually interesting. Where we have from where we've come to now, where we are seeing such big forums taking blockchain as a serious consideration. The other news, of course, survey. I think this I've already talked about. I think that's this. I think this was in UK now. So 40% of institutional investors, institutional crypto investors, intend to buy a lot more. The other one was just individuals. Now we're talking about institutional crypto investors. So more than 80% of institutional investors polled who have already invested in digital assets expect to increase their exposure. So that is quite affirming. So, as a new survey suggests that hedge funds, executives, wealth managers, and institutional investors already holding crypto assets intend to increase their holdings. So, I hope you've seen there. They're already holding it. They just want to increase their holding sizes. So the survey conducted by London-based crypto fund Nickel Digital Assets Management revealed that 82% of 100 investors and wealth managers polled to expect to increase their exposure to the digital assets between now and 2023. So I think that is a big leap. Think something that they some years back they were saying it's a scam, it's a Ponzi scheme, is used by money launderers. But what do you see? Investors now are hedge fund managers are now like putting in part of their holdings into the crypto. So the research, if I read further just a bit, was conducted online in May and June and shared with the Cointelegraph, which is the site we are reading. The survey it surveyed 50 wealth managers and 50 institutional investors with prior exposure to crypto assets spanning in the United States, UK, France, Germany, and United Arab Emirates. I don't know where Africa is in this particular survey. So 4 out of 10, that is 40%, said that they will dramatically increase their holdings with just 7%, stating that they intend to reduce their exposure only 1% planning to sell their entire holdings. So I think that is fair from where from what you are seeing, from where the market is. I think that is quite good. Some more news. U.S. Congressman adds Dogecoin, Ethereum to portfolio. So freshman Congressman Barry Moore purchased at least $5,000 in cryptocurrency from May to June. So that is, of course, a U.S. lawmaker, Barry Moore, filed a disclosure to revealing purchases of Ethereum, Doge, and ADA. I think already just talked about ADA a couple of in the categories. So you can see these are some of the things that we also tend to look at. So Ethereum, Dogecoin, and Cardano have declined in price since Moro bought them. So I think the thing that stands out here is just that being a congressman is part of the government. So when somebody makes an investment, it's something that the government fights. So that shows you that at times maybe somebody goes by what they feel, as per what they look. Remember last time we talked about the two reasons why you should consider or investing or not. And I think maybe he sees future in cryptocurrency. That's why he decided to get some bit of it. So that is some news from the US again. To some other news, Visa reports over 1 billion in crypto spending in that is Q1 2021. So Visa, I think, as you know, is one of the payment giants. As you can see over there, payment giant Visa will continue connecting the crypto economy to its network of networks. That is what they are talking about. So Visa has a very huge network. They actually they are making good money to the network. Now they are actually onboarding more users in terms of now cryptocurrency spending. So this is to support the broader digital transformation of financial services. So and at this point now they are not fighting it; they're actually making money out of it. So I don't know whether you are making money out of it. We will get to know. So I think the news is self-explanatory. You can actually we'll share the link if you want to read more. To some news, Cardano becomes third biggest holding of Grayscale digital asset fund. So Grayscale is one of the first asset managers in the US, I think from 2014. Now they have Cardano as their biggest like a holding in the asset management. So as I said, look at what people are saying. Don't listen to what they tell you. As you can see over there, they are not just saying it. They actually holding it as part of their biggest like holdings in their portfolio. So the native cryptocurrency of the largest proof of stake blockchain is now fund largest biggest holding with a 4.2% share behind Bitcoin and Ethereum. So perhaps they see a huge potential in the future. That's why they're actually putting it their worth. I think Lawrence will be sharing a very exciting what I can say, a very exciting arrangement. We will be able to own Cardano in actually like right here in Kenya in a very stable way. So going forward, Armstrong, that is Armstrong is the founder of Coinbase. I'm sure most of you have heard of Coinbase. So it was founded by somebody called Brian Armstrong. So apparently he met Paul, who is the current chair of the Fed. So Brian Armstrong, the founder of and CEO of American biggest crypto exchange, Coinbase, met the chairman of the Federal Reserve Bank, Jerome Powell. To what they were meeting, we had to find out. So, in the tour of Washington on May 11th, Armstrong met numerous politicians and leaders of federal agencies, including Speaker Nancy Pelosi, pictured over there, and then Speaker Paul Ryan and Armstrong emphasizing a bipartisan approach of neutrality. So, this could be something they are discussing. Of course, he said over there, if you can see, I relayed my thoughts, that is now Armstrong saying, I relayed my thoughts on China and their central bank digital currency. It is real. They are moving quickly on it, and I believe it represents a great threat to US reserve currency status long term if the US doesn't move quickly to create their own. So that is somebody who runs the biggest exchange talking to the chairman of the Federal Reserve, where now the dollars are issued. And of course, I'm sure those sentiments were not taken lightly. And of course, I'm sure they'll be working on something. So he said there are no minutes to the meeting with it unclear what exactly they spoke of, and there's no public picture of the two. But Armstrong is in charge of the Coinbase cycle run that runs the USD stablecoin. So I think that is actually interesting to see that such is happening behind closed doors. Moving on, Capital International purchased $600 million worth of stocks for MicroStrategy. So MicroStrategy, of course, I'm sure you may, it's a familiar name now in the cryptocurrency space. So MicroStrategy is one of the companies that has been buying Bitcoin since I think last year. They've been buying. I think they now own more than 100,000 Bitcoins just by because they keep buying. So companies are now seeing opportunity to invest into such a company. So they're not buying Bitcoin directly, they are investing into a company that buys Bitcoin. So they are actually getting an exposure. So MicroStrategy stock price rose by more than 1.5% to reach 628.44 at the time of publication. That is as per Cointelegraph, making Capital International shares worth roughly more than $600. So you see companies now investing into companies that are within the ecosystem of cryptocurrency. So it's the financial services company, international, invested more than $500 million, as you can see. So this was actually seen from the filings that these companies have to file with the Securities Exchange Commission. That is similar to CMA here in Kenya. So the SEC is actually in charge of controlling, of basically giving clarity on how to move ahead in terms of cryptocurrencies and even the stock market in the US. So in the filings for the second quarter of 2021, the firm disclosed Capital International Investors has purchased 953,242 shares of its stock following the release of the SEC filing. It's an open public document that it's a requirement by the SEC that you have to disclose any kind of investment that is coming into the company. So of course that shows you it's a proof that is companies actually looking at opportunities not to miss out in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. Moving on, Bitcoin electricity consumption falls to November 2020 levels. That is as per the data revealed. So I think this is actually coupled up by miners who are leaving China, going to basically moving their mining equipment to US and other places whereby electricity is cheap. So of course, you can see Bitcoin's total annual electricity consumption has fallen by almost 60% since its all-time peak recorded in mid-May, according to industry data. So maybe if you can just take a little bit of a read. So I don't want to go too much technical, but I think this just shows you the impact of people who are running the Bitcoin nodes, because they're the ones who actually support the ecosystem. So as reported previously, Bitcoin parabolic run, I think that is in April. Of course, with more people coming into the space, the more requirement for electricity to verify transactions. So, and of course, we've been seeing a bit of, of course, people talking about green energy, about Bitcoin, but I think from where I sit, Bitcoin is actually one of the green currency that you have over there, meaning it doesn't use dirty energy. So, in line with Bitcoin prices, Bitcoin estimated electricity consumption has been rapidly falling since the announcement promoted by further China crackdown on the cryptocurrency mining industry. So this, of course, after closing down most of the mining facilities in China, that is Mongolia, this April, Chinese authorities enforced a series of crypto mining bans in crypto mining hubs, including hydropower-based provinces like Sichuan and Yunnan, as well as Xinjiang and Qinghai. So, of course, that would have had an impact on the Bitcoin's power in terms of supply. Moving on, Jack Dorsey, the guy of Square, or maybe some know him for Twitter, he's actually the founder of Twitter, says he's building a Bitcoin hardware wallet. So you see how these people are now getting, they are getting actually, they are building projects around cryptocurrency, not just talking. So perhaps the fintech firm can use its own wallet to store over 8,000 bitcoins they own, or rather he owns. That's Jack Dorsey. And I think he said this in the last conference that happened in Miami, that he's going to spend most of his time developing Bitcoin. So Square CEO Jack Dorsey today confirmed, that is yesterday, via Twitter, that the other company in which he's the CEO, that the payments company plans to build a Bitcoin hardware wallet. So Square head of product development Jesse Drogoska first tweeted that the company has decided to build a hardware wallet and service to make Bitcoin custody more mainstream. Darcy retweeted and added, "We are doing it." So of course, you see that is quite a strong affirmation from Jack Dorsey himself. And I think this is how the industry is growing. This is how the ecosystem is growing in terms of products, in terms of people, in terms of value. Another thing again, you can see over there, Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak calls Bitcoin a miracle. Says it's better than gold. So I think if you know who Steve Wozniak is, if you use Apple, is one of he's the co-founder together with Steve Jobs. They came up with the Apple, and now he says Bitcoin is a miracle. I think based on, I mean, he's a tech guy, he's an inventor, and I think having studied Bitcoin, he's seeing that. Let me just read that particular paragraph. Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak called Bitcoin the most amazing mathematical miracle during the Jalasco Talent Landing Digital Event 2021 event in El Solde, Mexico. That is in Mexico. He believes that the flashy cryptocurrency is more precious than gold because the latter is not scarce enough. That is, of course, gold. Gold is limited, and you can have a look at it, and you have to look for it. Bitcoin is the most amazing mathematical miracle. So that is, even though the 70-year-old tech entrepreneur doesn't personally invest in the Lily cryptocurrency, as convinced that it has a place in the future, and that is what we actually buying into. We are looking forward, and that's where you should also be looking. So moving forward, as I come to the closing of this session, Mike Novogratz, that is one of the biggest people who invested into cryptocurrency from way back. He also runs a hedge fund, just like George Soros. He says China's war on crypto is helping the US crypto community. So this is where you talk about something that is negative, but also it has a positive. So Galaxy Digital CEO Mike Novogratz has shared some geographical insights on crypto as Bitcoin has continued to trade sideways after plugging below 33,000 on Thursday. So just reading what he said, Novogratz said in an interview with CNBC Squawkbox that Bitcoin's price is now consolidating between that. I think there is a more. Let's see where he said. Okay, the long-term bull Bitcoin bull noted that China's crackdown on crypto market is part of broader issues within the market, stating, "We are seeing what we are seeing is Asia sells it off, then US buys it back. China has declared war on crypto as part of its broader Cold War that we are getting into. And so I think we are still digesting that. So the Cold War, or rather what Novak is saying, or he's describing, is the fact that China is, of course, they chased away all the miners. They actually cracking down on exchanges. They're even arresting people who are actually known to be dealing with cryptocurrency. So that is the kind of war that China is doing. But that is one part of the story. If I proceed with the news, you can see over there, China opens a digital yuan whitelist for 10 million citizens. So despite all that negative about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, they're actually working on their own digital yuan. And that's how China unfortunately operates. They will ban something, then they come up with their own. So the Chinese government is taking its digital yuan test one step further. And now 10 million users will be able to test and use the currency after applying to join the whitelist in selected bank states. So you can see they have actually selected some few banks to test this particular digital yuan. This phase of test aims to detect possible problems in a more broad testing environment. China is preparing its user base and its digital yuan technology to be used in the upcoming 2020 Winter Olympics. How is that? That also reminds you what Brian Armstrong was talking to the Fed chairman, Colin Jerome Powell, that it's a concern that China is actually moving very fast. US should actually up their game and, of course, see how they can catch up with China's movement in terms of digital currencies. So that said, I think you should actually look at what people are doing and actually do something also towards the same. Back to Africa, you can see over there, Africa fintech startup growth, that is Nigeria, dominates the big three markets. So you can see that according to the findings of the latest study by Disrupt Africa, the number of fintech startup based in Africa continent grew to 576 in 2021. This figure represents that is 17.3% from the 791 startups that are operating that is last year. So, which are the dominant places? Nigeria, of course, is the first one, taking the lead. And of course, you will see from there, I think there is, I think that's over there. Let me just zoom that, you can see it properly. Let me see. That is the big three, of course, and you'll be proud. Kenya is there, so that is Kenya. You have Nigeria and South Africa. So of course, at the moment, Nigeria is leading, followed by Kenya, and then of course, followed by South Africa, and then Kenya is third. And I believe we have a great opportunity in that we have the best IT base in. The best in actually in Africa. So I believe that should change in a couple of days to come or years to come. So finally, as I finish, crypto bill in India is finally ready. So remember, we've been talking about India, how they've been actually taking a very hard stance in terms of cryptocurrency. And for now, you are seeing that they actually saying they have the bill ready. And if you can see what tweet there, India crypto bill is ready. It is expected to be introduced during the next session of the parliament, which starts on July 19th. That is next, I think, the last week of the month. India deserves the best. Let's hope for it. Of course, India has a big population. It is known for high for tech stuff and of course for investment. So that is actually interesting and also another validation coming out from India. To the last second last news, Economic Union of 15 West African states voiced concern over crypto volatility. So that is what that side of the 15 West African nations are saying, that several other risks in the crypto markets were identified by the union's members, including shallow liquidity and lack of legal parameters, which is actually common for. That is what most countries have actually undergone before coming up with regulations. Talking about, of course, India, they were there. Now they have those in place. But of course, at times, Africa, we lag a bit, but not so much now because the information is freely flowing. So the 15 West African nations expressed concerns over the use of cryptocurrencies in the region because of crypto's volatility and other risks. That is according to some news outlet that they came up with the report. So if you want to know more about that, just remember to ask the link, then we can share it with you. Lastly, Fed says surge in crypto prices reflects increased appetite. So that is actually goes in line with what I just shared. With surging in price and the volatility, of course, investors tend to be risk averse. So depending on where you stand, you can make the best of the volatility or actually avoid it. So it's up to you. But of course, that's notwithstanding, this is something that is growing. As you can see, the US Fed singled out a dramatic rise in the price of cryptocurrencies in its overall assessment of the stability of the financial system. According to Bloomberg, which is that which was the first time the central that is this particular Fed has said that you can see over there the U.S. Central Bank is a semi-annual monetary policy report told Congress the surge in the prices of a variety of crypto assets reflects investors' increased appetite, which while officials within the Fed have discussed crypto before, the institution itself has seldom, if ever, used the asset class as a benchmark to consider broader market conditions. So this is what is happening. People are trying to align themselves into this particular new asset class, and I think that also aligns well with what we are doing. We are every day educating you on how this is going to be beneficial to you. So I think that ends my session. I will pass the hosting rights back to Lawrence so that he can take us through what he has for us in terms of in line with what we are talking about. So thank you very much, and I'll be coming back later for any questions that you may be having over the time. So thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Luis, for that broad sharing of what is happening across the globe. And I think for people who are here, I think the war on cryptocurrency is something you're gonna see. And like I always say, there are three types of digital currencies. We have CBDCs, like what China is launching, central bank digital currency. We have tokens and stablecoins. These are corporate made, like bonga points for people who are in Kenya. That's a digital currency because you cannot see it, you cannot touch it, but there's value attached to it, or the loyalty points you get when you go to stores and supermarkets. The other thing is cryptocurrencies. The difference between the three of them is that cryptocurrencies are decentralized. You have full control over your money, and you have the anonymity. Nobody can censor it. All that. With CBDCs, of course, governments will always know how much money you have if you're using the digital yuan, or maybe if you have a digital Kenya shillings. They have control. They can sanction. They can close your accounts and stuff. And then for corporate, we all know what happened to companies like Nakumat. If you had loyalty points in your Nakumat card, when the company went down, of course, they became useless. You cannot redeem them anywhere. So three types of digital currencies. We have stablecoins and tokens. We have central bank digital currencies, and we have cryptocurrencies. So as you're coming on board, remember that. Now, to the questions before my announcement, I can see some few questions over here. So we had asked, do you know the rate of inflation of Kenya shillings? And I can see there's a gentleman, or I don't know who this is, BM. He says the inflation rate is almost 6% right now. So and he's right, because inflation rate in Kenya shillings, I think it's between 4 to 6% per annum. So if you're saving money, your money goes down because of inflation by the rate of 4 to 6%, which means within how many years? 20 years, your money is at zero. So if you have a bunch of cash and you put it somewhere, within 20 years, your money will be just zero. It will be zero. And this is seen if you are to purchase something in January and you go to the same stall and you try to buy it in December, you'll be told the prices have gone up. But the commodity you're buying is still the same. What has happened? It's inflation. Money loses value. And this is one of the issues that cryptocurrencies came to solve. This is one of the major issues, inflation. This is one of the major issues cryptocurrencies came to solve. So you are right, it's between 4 to 6% per annum. He also asked, there have been so many coins in various exchanges. How do you distinguish between fake and real ones? That's a very good question, BM. And I'll just answer it very simply. There are three types of also cryptocurrencies. We have Bitcoin, we have altcoins, and we have shitcoins. Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency. It's like gold to precious metals. Now, altcoins is any other cryptocurrency that came after Bitcoin, but it has a valid use case. There's a major solution or value is coming to add in the marketplace. It has value addition. Shitcoins are just like meme coins. There's no value. They're just created by scammers to come and get your money. So number one, if you're investing in a cryptocurrency, look at the project. What is the use case? What solution are they coming to solve in the marketplace? And how well are the developers versed in what they are doing? We have over 8,000 cryptocurrencies. 90%, one of my lecturers says, 90% of those cryptocurrencies will never see the light of the day. And I think some of us who've been in the crypto for quite a while, we know what happened in 2016, 2017. We went into ICOs, 99% of ICOs were scams. We lost our Bitcoins. Lessons. So basically, number one way of you distinguishing what cryptocurrency to get into is look at the use case. Don't just go to a website or read the white paper and you see very good English over there, people discussing and stuff. You have to understand where are they coming from, what have they done before, and what solution are they bringing to the marketplace so that certain crypto can be adopted by the masses for the values to go up. So I hope I've answered your question. To the other question I saw over there, can someone hack into your blockchain account or wallet? Yes, it's possible. Yes, it's possible. I have had friends who got their wallets hacked. But one of the key courses we do at Decrypt Edge is issues to do with crypto security. Because even if you have a bank account, but you're so careless with your PIN and also using your card to buy online stuff, your bank account can get hacked. We all know that, right? So security is key when you're coming to cryptocurrency space. One of the key things I tell people, never use public Wi-Fi. Don't sit in Java like the way we love. This idea help me with your password. Whether you have cryptos or not, public Wi-Fi is a no-go zone. As long as you're sharing the IP address with a hacker, they can read everything and they can see anything you're doing, whether it's on your phone or your laptop. So public Wi-Fi is a no-go zone when you're in the crypto, whether you're in crypto or not. That's one of the major key security issue we always talk about. Don't use public Wi-Fi. And the other things about security, we can share one of these fine days about security and crypto. So yes, it's possible for you to get hacked in your wallet. It is possible. It is possible. The other question I've seen over here is it possible for one to have multiple blockchain accounts? Advantages and disadvantages. Of course, I'm sure you're talking about wallets where you store your cryptocurrencies. It's good to have multiple of them, and it's possible as a way of hedging. In case one is hacked, the other ones are safe. So you don't lose all your cryptocurrencies. So yes, it's possible for you can have a hot wallet which is internet connected. You can have a hardware wallet, which is off internet. And then you can have even like paper wallet, which you just print and keep safely somewhere. All these kind of wallets. There are different kind of wallets that you can store your cryptocurrencies in. The other thing is a basic question: where does one begin? How does someone get a blockchain account? This is why we are here as Decrypt Edge. We do consultancy for cryptocurrencies, also crypto education, from basics to even how can you buy and sell your cryptocurrencies. So Nicholas, you're at the right place. You're at the right place. How can someone get more information on cryptocurrencies? One of the sessions is like what we have, Bitcoin 101, because this is free. We don't charge anything. The info we share with you is what we've researched, what we've seen is going on in the market, and we share it for free. So make sure each and every other Saturday, you and your friends join Bitcoin 101 for more info on cryptocurrencies. Any links? Yes, you can follow us on our Telegram channel. I think Louise had shared it earlier before on the chat room. Just join there for market updates. We do daily market updates. Also, you can comment on anything. You can ask any questions over there. We also do share links on where you can study more on cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. Great. Let me see any other question. What determines the price of a cryptocurrency? Very good question, Jamal. And how are the prices set by corporates launching coins? Awesome. That's a very good question. Who sets cryptocurrency price? Now, cryptocurrency price is determined by the market forces, demand and supply, basically. When we have more cryptos in the market and less buyers, the prices will always go down. When you have more demand and the supply is low, the cryptos go up. And this has it's very well seen with Bitcoin. The reason is why we have so major correction with Bitcoin. Number one is because when people are dumping, when there's maybe FUD, like what happened, China banning Bitcoin and Elon Musk tweeting about power consumption with Bitcoin, it was FUD. What happened is that panic sellers, we have three types of investors. We have real investors, we have speculators, and we have gamblers. People who are just waiting to see the news. If they see something going up, they jump in. If they see something going down, they dump because they don't follow market analysis, or they don't do their own research. They just follow the news. And I think they are the majority. Investors are very few people. People who can buy, hold whether the crypto is going up or down, they are very few. So basically, crypto prices are just pegged on demand and supply. So market forces, purely market forces, unless there's now those forces like FUD, fear, doubt, uncertainty and doubt, China banning and stuff. Such news also do affect the prices. Beauty is all cryptos based on the coverage, the adoption. We have what we call support prices, support levels, where like this crypto, even if it dumps, there's a certain price, it will never go lower than that, because not everybody will dump at the same time, okay? That's number one. And then we have a resistant, that's a support level, and then we have a resistant. Even if there was a certain demand of a certain crypto, there's some prices, it will never hit higher than that. It's called resistant price. So going down, we have support price. Going up, we have what we call resistant price. These are some of the things we do share a lot. And of course, we do teach in our sessions. So all about the wallets, advantages, what not to do, etc. Should be a topic on its own. True. And Louise have answered you. Yes, we can cover about wallets and the do's and don'ts of cryptos, maybe in our next Bitcoin 101. How are prices set by corporates launching coins? Most of the coins, in fact, they start at 0.00 something. And there's a question somebody asked me, why did Satoshi put Bitcoin at 21 million and not 100 million and stuff? So most of these prices and why they set their coins to a certain number is just mathematical. It's just mathematical. So, but once the coin goes to public, the control over prices is done, unless it's a scam. Scams will always pump, people will always work the numbers down there. And that's why we tell people, do your own research before you invest in any cryptocurrency. Last week, just to share with you, I met one of my friends. She was one of my students. In fact, I sat with her in my office for so long. And I told her, don't go online and listen to these YouTubers telling you what to invest in. I had given her a very nice portfolio breakdown because she had quite some amount. I told her Bitcoin is below $10,000. From the amount, 70% buy Bitcoin and 30% buy Ethereum as you learn about other cryptocurrencies, because it's a journey. I think she right now Bitcoin is $33,000, meaning from that 33 from 9,000 to 33, that's almost 4 times, almost 3-4 times, right? So if she just bought Bitcoin and held to it, today she would have made 3x's without no hassle, nothing. And then Ethereum was around, I think that time I was telling her, Ethereum was around, was it $300? Around, I think $300, if I'm not wrong. $300 or $400 there. Today, Ethereum is $2,200, meaning if she bought Ethereum and held, she would have gone how many X's? Let me just get my calculator. This is a 2,100 divided by, I think it was around 400. So she would have gone 5 times just by buying and holding. Sad story is that what she did is that she read somewhere about other DeFi projects, and she ended up putting her money in. Sad story is that she lost 6-point-something million Kenya shillings. And just imagine if she had just listened to what I told her, just buy Bitcoin and Ethereum as you learn. Don't follow internet hype. It's a growing industry. So it pains me when somebody has come over across our office and then they go out there and lose their hard-earned money, because scams are many than, it's just like even gold. It's really, if you want to invest in gold, you can buy fake gold, but there's also original gold. So information and education is what will help you not lose your hard-earned money. And this is why we usually do really tell people, take time to study before even you put in your money. Take time to learn. So next week we can talk about wallets, advantages and disadvantages. BM says, awesome, looking forward to that. So as we conclude, because it's past already 11, Decrypt has partnered with Belfrix. It's one of the biggest exchanges in Kenya. And we'll be part of their training team as they are relaunching their company. It's in 8 countries. And we'll be leading lead trainers. We just signed an MOU with them for, I think, Kenya, Nigeria, and Tanzania, if I'm not wrong. And of course, I was asking them, as you're looking forward to getting more people to know about cryptocurrency and also getting more traders on your platform, what value will you add to the people who will be reaching out to, or who will be educating on your behalf? And they have a very good deal where you can buy some of the projects we were talking about. Cardano is there. We have Polkadot is there. These are platform industry coins. What other coin? Chainlink is there. These are some of the projects myself I've invested in long time. So I know, and we've done analysis and we know they are good projects. So it's exciting because they have a 50% discount when you buy these cryptos on their exchange. So for more info, feel free to reach out to us on that. We're gonna help you get yourself their exchange, their wallet, and everything, and help you also buy those cryptos. And of course, there's no guaranteed. There's no investment in the whole world that is guaranteed that you're gonna make returns. But the beauty is with crypto, if you do very good research. Like for example, I'll give you an example with Chainlink. I think we got Chainlink at $1, $1.83, and it went to a high of $20-something. So that's close to 28x in 1 year. So you can see some of these projects I'm talking about, they have a potential of giving you quite good returns in the long run. So if you are interested in learning more about the offer Belfric has. As we continue also to educate you more, just feel free to reach out to us, myself or Louise, my co-founder Louise, and we'll be glad just to take you through. And like I said, there's so much you can do in the crypto space as we continue learning. So with that, my parting shot is that enjoy your weekend, have a blessed one, all the best in all you intend to do. For BM, we're going to prepare the topic for next week, which you've requested. In case you also have any topic you want us to share with you, just feel free also to drop us. So blessings for you, to you and your family, your businesses and everything. Louise, any parting shot? Okay, so with that, I wish you a great weekend and thanks